Germany upsetting Australia by 3 points. It's 85-82.
Be honest, did you have Germany as serious contenders? Because beating a highly ranked Australia without Franz Wagner is as bold as statements can get. After giving USA a handful of problems in the friendlies too, Dennis Schroeder and company continue to show why they are the perfect team to surprise everyone in the FIBA World Cup. Let's analyze their game against the Boomers and one extremely important ingredient they possess for a gold medal.
Bonga to Schroeder, step through three, ice in his veins. Dirk Nowitzki loves it.
We can't start this breakdown without talking about the guy who ignites everything for this team. I hope you did not forget he averaged 19 in the NBA just a couple of seasons ago. Point guard has the coveted ability of creating points out of nothing. Here we see Matisse Thybulle in front of him, lengthy and elite perimeter defender. Yet Dennis's speed is too much as he simply drops it to Bonga for 2 points. In the second half, Patty Mills got too active and instantly got in behind. The Australia also got burned by it in the clutch moments. Trap works, but he gets it back, and despite the big guy dropping back, he manages to outrace Xavier Cooks to the rim and squeezes the scoop layup past his shoulder. That's the hardest part while trying to limit Schroeder. If you go too close, he'll beat you. If you back up too far, he will swish a free. He isn't a top-tier shooter and he might have an off night, but so far he has made 7 of 16, and Australia got punished with 5 of those. When his long shot is falling, there is not much you can do one-on-one.
Three, pulls the trigger and hits the target.
The Boomers used switch-all defense throughout the night, and they'll continue to do so in the tournament, but this allowed Dennis to pick out the opponent he wants to see in front. Well, to no one's surprise, he chose Joe Ingles first. The 35-year-old veteran is smart and he understands. The only thing he can do here is back up and force the point guard into a long miss. Too bad he wasn't missing much in this game. The next possession down, they get the same matchup again. Ingles tries forcing Dennis left, but you can see it's not hard for Schroeder to get where he wants and convert on a play again. With the German national team, Dennis's confidence is skying high. He doesn't think about it twice. He knows very well the Germans need him to be the go-to guy. In the second half versus Australia, we witnessed his best moment so far. Ingles was on the bench and the Germans picked Nick Kay as their main target. You'll see later the man was working extra hours on defense. Schroeder fakes he's thinking about the off-ball action on the left, explodes to the right just to pull back and flow into a step back. That's just a sick move and the Australian coach knows it. However, it's not only about him. That wouldn't be enough. Germany have a super strong core with 2 more solid ball handlers in Modo Law and Franz Wagner, with shooters in the front court so the others have enough spaces to operate in. Voigtman can hit it from the parking lot. Theis can do this. I understand this is a late clock heave, but how many bigs in the tourney can fade away for a mid-range? Mo Wagner can punish the switches inside. That's a huge addition to the German team.
Wagner calls, left hook, answers.
Attacking the Australian switches only from perimeter would have been much easier to defend. Occasional deep seal by Moritz made it harder to predict. Then there is Andy Obst. Blink it and you'll miss the guy. Gordon Herbert has the luxury of not depending on the ISOs and pick and rolls only. We saw some intriguing set plays for Andy as he's a deadly movement shooter. Sounds like a perfect guy to have next to Dennis Franz Modo Law and an ideal offensive structure overall. Law was huge in a statement W against Australia. Just like Schroeder did with Ingles, Modo got the better of Nick Kay in the second half. First, a boomerang action versus the switch to set up a Juan Carlos Navarro type of step back. Then a beautiful dribbling exhibition to get into the same move again. It looks like the scouting report isn't needed and we already know Lowe's favorite move. The problem is that it's not all he can do. Germany attacked Kay for the 3rd straight time and Law once again shows the basketball is glued to his hands as he lulls the forward to sleep with his dribbling and then finishes with a wonderful layup in the paint.
Low, going right, and that one has got to call the whistle, and it does.
And look how happy his teammates are. This was a crucial run to start the 4 for the Germans, and every player stood up from the bench and came to congratulate Lowe for his stunning 3-minute run. That's a sign of a great team. Another sign is how they have every possible solution for any defense the opponents might throw at them. Yes, Gordon Herbert isn't a name as famous as Sergio Scariolo, for example, but trust me, he is an amazing basketball coach. Last year's Eurobasket was a prime example of how well this his team was ran, and they continued the trend early in the World Cup as well. We won't talk about some fancy plays, they do have those as well. It is more about how the Germans are prepared to function against any defensive solutions they face. They execute the details so fluently it leaves you amazed about their habits. First of all, let's look at their ball movement. Australia hedged versus Dennis, and it's a smart choice to take the ball out of his hands. Gytis helps on rolling ties all the way from the other side of the court, and watch how they share the ball swiftly around the perimeter. 1, 2, 3, boom. Bonga has a standstill wide open free. And now a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Atlas VPN. Using the internet in public spaces can be very dangerous as there is no protection between your private info and the Wi-Fi. That's why having a VPN service is a must, and Atlas VPN is my personal favorite choice. As well as protection, Atlas VPN offers the ability to change your virtual location and watch worldwide Netflix selection, stream any live event or sport match you want, and even book cheaper flights or accommodation. Find the link in the description and get your 2-year Atlas VPN subscription with a massive 85% discount. In the next clip, it's hedge again from Cooks. Green sits in the paint to help on Wagner's roll. The corner man usually waits there for a skip pass, but look at Gytis's instincts. He cuts to the middle, and with 2 quick passes the ball arrives to him. Now watch how this cut confuses the low man Green. He's about to sprint to the corner but sees Gytis wide open at the free-throw line. Checkmate. Germany have an upper hand against your habits with such details. One more example, a pick and roll in the slot doesn't seem too dangerous, right? Ingles helps a bit too deep and Gytis punishes it by setting a screen to his own man. That's enough to create low a wide open free. And the stunning part is how fluently they execute it, from a neutral situation to a great shot in a couple of seconds. The last clip is a testament to their chemistry. Australia switch and watch Thijs fight for position. Mills helps, so there is no way to make a pass to him. Now look at his eye contact telling Dennis to drive. He has Gytis sealed high up, so Josh can't re-switch in case Schroeder gets inside. That's usually what teams do, but Thijs eliminates that possibility, simplifying the work for his point guard.
That first step is explosive. Jack White is an elite defender.
Germany are serious contenders not only because of their offense though. Against Australia, we witnessed defensive versatility that could be hard to cope for the opponents. Like a true modern team where everybody is a shooter, they can also utilize switch all to cancel the set plays and the strengths of passing guards like Josh Giddey. Instead of creating with his vision, Germany asked him to show off his ISO game. He was just okay scoring some points, but he also turned the ball over a couple of times. Thijs, Wagner can move pretty well with the guards on the perimeter. And looking inside, their size usually allows big wings to switch on center, so it isn't so easy to post up after. Obviously, Patty Mills is a tougher task for anyone, and I don't think anybody could change much here, but Germany has the ability to be a real pain in the ass on this side of the court as well. I'm telling you, everybody will have a tough time facing this German team. And I haven't even mentioned probably their best all-around player, Franz Wagner, who missed the game versus Australia with an ankle injury. He can shoot from the arc just like everyone else on this German team. He has improved vastly in his screen and roll decision making and passing. He can finish in multiple ways around the rim. Japan wasn't the strongest of opponents, but I'm pretty sure that if France is healthy, Germany can make a lot of noise in this tourney. Seeing them with the trophy on September 10th wouldn't surprise me one bit. Let me know if you agree in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.